Stream.
Okay. Streaming? Are we streaming? I'm gonna put
And
this.
we're live.
Oh, we're live. Okay. Hi everybody. Good morning. We're live. It's Wednesday, right?
It's Wednesday,
It's
and
Wednesday.
it's Donna Wednesday. It's Pen Wednesday.
Pen Wednesday.
Pens Day.
Yeah, it's Wacky Wednesday because it's Donna taking over. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. So
We're still waiting for everybody to come in. And Bethany is
Okay.
the first one here. She says, hello, my favorite tea and crumpets.
Good
Ringers are rung and mods are
morning.
here.
Look how pretty my nails look.
Lily's
how
here, says
pretty.
good morning. Gail says good morning
Hi.
from
Oh,
California.
Hi, Gail. Good morning.
She says, Watercolor Wednesday, venturing out of my AC cocoon to trim my besties and her elderly mom's hair. Will I survive?
Oh.
Who's to say? Stay cool.
Yeah, stay cool, Gail. That is just some. You guys are having some. Well,
We have
everybody's
Coral
having weather.
Creates is here.
Oh, hi.
We have
Good
Book
morning.
Lover. We have Fiber and Brimstone.
Oh, hey. Good
A
morning.
lot of hellos and good mornings.
Oh, good morning, everybody. Good morning,
Summer DeWeasel says
everybody.
your black nails are so pretty.
Well, thanks. I know they look black. They're actually, it's a really dark blue. And you guys always ask me, so here's the polish. It's Olive and June, and it's a quick dry, and it's called Suited. Like wearing a suit, like suited. So that's what I'm wearing today. It's a little darker once you put a couple coats on, but that's it. And since you guys always ask, tea of the day.
A little lower, dear.
I can't go any lower. It's
No, honey, I'm saying
on the,
there you go.
okay. There you go. Tea of the day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Tea of the day and nail polish. We have done the important things. Okay, so should we get started?
Yeah, Ria Batnagar says, hello, Scott and Donna. How goes your day? Nino says, hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? I missed it here.
We're good. We're good today. We're tired
Gail
because
says,
we're shipping.
ooh, I love that blue.
Oh, Gail, I swear by this stuff. I'm telling you, the quick dry polish, like it says it dries in a minute, it really dries in like 3. You can have a whole manicure in like 10 minutes.
Book Lover says, wait, the Lamy is $37 in the US. It's about 18 euros here.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know, but that's the price I found here. Yeah, these prices are all here in the States, in the US. Should have wrote US dollars.
Art Nican, we love you too. Ghostly says, welcome to the world of fountain pens, Scott. Rooting for Lammy.
You know, all of these are great. Well, I haven't tried this one yet, but you guys were all telling me like, oh, it's all nice and fine that somebody gave you a really expensive pen, but I can't afford a really expensive pen. Duly noted. I would not probably on a normal day be able to afford a really expensive pen either. So I have a plethora of pens here. I just bought this one, and it is literally $3.95. Okay, so for all of you who are asking me about an entry-level pen to start with, we're going to ink this up today, and we're going to try it. So I have all the brands up here, and I have the nib size. And for those of you, like if you remember when I was talking about it, the nib size is this little point right down here. That's the nib size, okay? So you can see this one is a medium point, okay? This one is a little bit chunkier. That by the way, is a technical term, chunkier thing. And let's see if we can do. And now this is the big, fat, super chunky one, okay? So this is what you're looking at when we talk about nib size. This is what you're looking at, okay? And let's see if I can get this to just sit here so you can see what the nibs look like. We'll just see if I can make them stay so you can check them out. Now this one is, see, I haven't even played with this. Oh, look at this. Donna's going to hate that one. I'm going to tell you straight up right now, I'm going to hate this.
It's too fine.
It's too fine point. This is my favorite.
Just like me. Sorry.
Yeah, I've put up with you for this long. I'm sure I could put up with that one if I really chose to. So there's the difference now between this is extra fine and that is a 1.5 millimeter stub. So it's a thick, wide line. And you'll see it when we ink them up and play with them. You'll see the difference between the lines. Now, this one I acquired just for you guys so you could see what the different sizes of the nibs look like. Okay? And I am not joking when I say I paid $3.95. I acquired this on Goulet Pens. And it's called the Shark because, look, you want a good laugh. It's supposed to look like a shark. It actually, oh, look, it's got little eyes. Isn't that funny? You probably can't see it very well, but that's what it looks like. Anyways,
Oh,
so.
that's cute. I like the fin.
Yeah, so it unscrews back here, $3.95, and this is the piston fill, okay? So what you do is, and you can see it really great in this one because, look. See how that works?
It's a plunger.
It's a plunger. It's a piston fill for the ink. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to stick this little teeny tiny disgustingly small nib into the ink bottle. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to twist, and it's going to, as the plunger goes up, it's going to pull the ink in, and it's going to fill this little reservoir in here with ink. So for $3.95, you do not have to buy another Bic pen. You don't have to do it. You just don't.
Are you going to be able to show us how to suck up the ink like that, or?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, that's my point. I have 4 bottles of ink up here for each of the pens. So in this one, we're going to fill it with the purple. This is the Leonardo purple. In the Lamy, we're going to fill it with. This is, I brought this back from Venice. It's sepia. I swear to, sepia is the best color. Anyway.
All right. NMW Wolfie says,
Yeah.
Is there a way you can break these pens? I'm looking to get one, and I want to know if I can break it because I'm heavy-handed when it comes to writing and drawing. I think the nibs are...
The nibs are the only things that you're going to bend.
And they're replaceable.
They are replaceable. Yeah, they are replaceable. But you don't want to stab things with it, or they're meant to be used, and you can push hard with a fountain pen. You might like a flex nib. That might work better for you, which I don't have here because I don't use a flex nib. But the tines at the front of it, they're a little more bendy, and it will give you a wider line. So if you're really heavy-handed, you might like the flex nib. You might try that. We're going to try all of these. I'm going to show you what all of these look like, and we're going to try them, and yeah, and I don't know, maybe if you're going to try it one and you're really heavy-handed, why don't you try something like that's at a really low price point like this? See if you even like writing with a fountain pen. Don't spend $230 and then break it. I wouldn't if I was me, but that's just me. This one we're going to load with the Lamy, the Cliff Blue ink. And this one we're going to load with my writer's blood. This is my favorite color of ink. So, but I don't know. It was my favorite color of ink. Maybe the Cliff is really getting, I'm loving that blue. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to load each of them. It's all going to be a different color of ink so we can kind of look and see what the different colors are. So
right, MB asks, why are some pens $3.95 and others are $230?
That's a good question. Okay, so let's look at the difference in these pens. Okay, this pen is plastic. It is just a plastic pen. Most of the components, with the exception of the nib, are plastic. Excuse me. It's really cheap to make. It's cheaply made and cheap to make. That being said, could you ink this, take care of it, and keep it for years and years? Absolutely. This type of pen is going to have...
Gail says, uh-oh, Donna, I think you found my gateway pen with the Jinhao extra fine. Oh, no.
You're funny. This is resin. It's all handmade. It's made in Italy. It's better quality, it's better materials, it's something that's different between making something on a machine and doing something handmade. That's just it. And I mean that's the difference. That being said, does this write absolutely amazing? Yes.
A lot of it's also in the feel and the weight as well too. They've
Yeah,
got a different weight to
it
it.
is.
But
Now I'll
I
tell
mean,
you this: this pen is heavier than this pen because this pen is made of resin. This pen is all chrome accents. It's got the abalone shell in here as well. It is just a heavier pen. It weighs more. So when I write with this, I'm writing with a very heavy pen. That being said, this nib is thicker than this nib, so I prefer the widest nib I can get. The weight of the pen doesn't bother me. My particular preference is a fatter barrel of the
can
pen.
I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Can you add a thick nib to the $3.95 one?
You cannot change the nib on this one, but you can get a fatter nib on it. It's just one piece, and you can get a fatter nib.
So you could just buy another $3.95 one with it. Now,
They
how come
have
you didn't?
fine, extra fine, and medium.
How come you didn't get the?
Because I will never use this again. When I have something like this, I would never use something like this again. I have
But I'm
multiple...
saying when it came down to you ordering it, why didn't you just order the medium?
Okay, I ordered it because Bethany wants to try fountain pens. And so my attempt at ordering this was for twofold.
Something that you can give her.
So I can give her this pen when I'm done. And also I did want to try an extra fine nib. If I'm going to show you guys what everything looks like, I've got the widest, I've got a little bit smaller, I've got a medium, and I've got an extra fine, which is the tiniest point they have. So basically it was for demonstration and for Bethany's benefit at the end.
Okay. Tesla gave us a nice little gift and said Scott should try to draw with each of these pens.
He could. Want to try?
Yeah, maybe when you're done.
When I'm done inking at the end, we'll give him...
Give me the thin one.
The notebook. And the thin one? Oh, you want the extra fine? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't like the big, fat, chunky one.
Yeah,
you might like the medium one, though. The medium one is nice.
Yeah, maybe the medium.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to move everything over and we're going to ink these one at a time. And then we're going to practice writing with them. And I'll show you how to ink them and and then we'll write. Okay?
Okay, so I'm wondering if I should lower the camera so we could see it from the side. Because from the top, I just don't think you're going to be able to see that. What do you think?
Yeah, probably not. You guys wanted, the whole point was to show them how to do all of the things.
So we're gonna load in. We'll just load in all of the inking now.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so let me lower. I'm gonna go lower the camera. I'll be
okay.
right
Give us just
back.
1 second, and he can.
Don't do anything weird.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll let you lower the thing, and then we'll ink them all up, and then we'll.
Okay.
I will drink some tea while we wait for you to lower the camera. Are you gonna angle it?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. This is what happens when you are doing things live. You kind of got to pivot. Can you see the ink bottles?
A little lower.
That better?
Lower. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I should have done?
No.
Should have done the simple thing, which was to keep this level.
Hang on a second, guys. Oh, love from the Philippines. Is the thickness depending on the angle of your hand or how hard you're pressing? The thickness is the nib. The nib size is one set of thickness, and it's not how hard you're pressing with these particular nibs that I have. The flex nib, which does bend a little bit more, you can tell the difference. Nib sizes matter because it's like if you went to the store and you bought a fine point pen, a medium point pen, or one of the like a felt tip pen. It's the width of the lines that you're making. That's what it is on the paper. That's all it is. That's the different nib sizes are like fine point pens. That's all.
How's that look?
It looks good. Can it be a smidge lower? Just a smidge, because I can't see the paper at all, and I don't want to miss.
We gotta see.
You're gonna just
that.
See. Oh,
You see
okay,
what I'm
all right,
saying?
we can see
and
that.
I think
That's
what
fine.
we should do is we should do that too.
Okay, we'll do that.
Does that look about right?
Sure, you tell me.
Well, you come here. You hold this. I'll
Okay,
get
hold
everything
on.
in focus.
Shelby, draw a red panda. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Think that's okay?
No, not even close.
That's what I'm saying. Serious modifications here, one day at a time, guys, or 1 minute at a time. Sorry. This is funny. Well, at least you guys are all here for it today. What do you think? Does that look okay?
Okay, and we just gotta move it over to...
A little closer. That good?
Yeah, let me just zoom out. Sorry, I am zooming out. Sorry, I promised I wouldn't, but there we go.
Is that okay?
And then let me just
Can everybody see it?
focus.
I think the best way I can describe it is, you know how you go to the store and you find your favorite pen that you really like? The nib size is like the thickness of Scott's pencils. Like, he likes to use a 4H because it's a very a light lead. It doesn't make a fat line. It makes a very light, thin line. That's
Okay,
the nib
you're
size. Good. What? Good?
Yeah, I think so. Let me just raise it up just a little touch.
Okay. I'm just playing with it all today, huh?
Okay, we're good.
Okay. Thank you, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So let's, we're going to move these out of the way, and we'll ink these one at a time, okay? But because Donna's messy,
I'm back.
we're going to do two things. We're gonna put this down because I am messy. All right, straight up. And then we're gonna, okay, Leonardo purple. All right, and we're putting this in the.
What'd you do?
I whacked my head on the lamp.
Oh, well,
I have to lean over. All right, so we're gonna unscrew this one. This one you also unscrew the back of the barrel. So here's what we got. We took the cap off. We took the end off, right? You take the nib, you submerge the nib into the ink, and then we're just gonna rotate it just like this, okay? And that's what we're gonna do to get the ink in. So let's see. And then hopefully we're gonna submerge, what? What do you mean, hold on? Don't put it somewhere where I'm gonna whack my head on it.
just give me a second.
Okay, really, I'm holding this in the ink now.
It's just... There we go, now we can see.
Okay. Now we'll try to... This is cockamamie way to do this, but whatever.
It's so cockamamie.
This is why we always hear you smacking your head on things. Okay, can you see the ink going up
look at that.
into the barrel? Did you see it?
We are inked.
Okay. So there you go. Now I'm going to turn it back one thing this way.
Till it squirts?
One drop of ink comes out. Now I know there's no air left in the little nib, okay?
All right, show them just... No,
Okay.
just straight up. There you go.
See what it looks like? You got the ink
Yeah.
in there, all right? Now we're going to take it, we're going to wipe it with the towel because you don't want to stick your fingers all over the ink, okay? And there's that pretty purple color. All right, and then we're going to cap this.
Apparently, Steph Nerd's having flashbacks of spilling ink.
Yeah, but there's nothing else on the desk, and I'm using paper towels, girly girl. So you know we are better, way better than Scott, and I get what you're saying. But okay, so that one has ink. Okay, so we're going to put that one up there. We are capping this because unlike Scott, I believe in recapping things. Okay, now we're going to do the sepia, which is a brown, for those of you who don't know.
Shake it,
Sepia
shake it, shake it.
is a gorgeous color. We're going to do the lammy, okay?
Bortoletti.
Yes. Okay, same thing.
Hey, Sue.
Piston fill, see? Same thing, we're going to do the little plunger thing. Same thing.
All right.
Okay? We're going to stick this bad boy into the bottle. And I am hoping you're going to be able to see it fill.
Can you put your hand below where, like your other hand at the base, so that way we can see? No, okay.
Base of what, here?
There you go. So that way we can see.
No, because you can't see the ink coming up.
Yes, as long as you're not going to cover up where the ink's going to be.
That's where the ink's going to be. That's why I'm holding up here.
Okay. This is so exciting.
Okay, can you see it? Is it coming out?
No ink yet. Oh,
No
there it
ink.
is.
Wait a minute. No.
that's
Now I'm
not-
irritated. Come on.
Come on.
There we go.
Come
See
on,
it?
look at all that ink.
Voila!
And then one turn the other way. One turn the other way. Come on.
Are you happy now? There
Drop.
you go. Boy, somebody's
No
a
more
little
air.
sassy today. One turn the other way.
Well,
Show
those were
me.
the rules. You set the rules, so you got to follow those rules.
You said there's no rules in art.
Tesla gave us another nice gift and says and asked, "Do you guys know about Parker? It's like the best company in
Yes.
India who makes the top-notch fountain pens.
Yes.
Can you try golden ink? It looks so cool."
Yes, I do know Parker pens. They are actually very popular in the States. Their fountain pens are not as popular here. So we're going to cap that one, okay? So we're 2 for 2.
Nice
All right.
job.
We're 2 for 2. No spillage. We're 2 for 2. This is the lamb. This is the cliff. I'm obsessed with this color. This is the blue, and it's just.
Is there a label for that, or is it just?
No, I put a label on it that says Lammy Cliff. The only label on it is the lid. There's no label on the whole bottle. See?
So you don't like the Lamy pens, but you like the Lamy inks.
No, that's not true. This one's a Lammy.
I know. Which was the one that you gave to Ellen?
Twisby.
Oh, Twisby. Oh, okay, okay.
Yes, those can just never exist in my life again, and I'd be perfectly happy. Okay,
Twisby's-
also, piston
Twisby's
fill.
bad.
See? This one's going to do the same thing. We're going to do this, okay? Same thing.
Fantastic.
Now, the cool thing about this bottle is on the very, very bottom, there's a little well, and you can actually stand your fountain pen into the well in the middle. See? And so you're not holding it and shaking in the bottle. It actually holds it in the little well. They have it made there specifically so that you can
That's very
rest the nib in there while you're filling your pen. It's super cool. Yeah, look at that bad boy. So exciting. Oh my God, I love this color.
cool. Now we got to get the drop.
There
Drop.
you go. Are you happy now?
I'm happy now.
Okay, all right. There are no rules in art unless Scott makes them and makes you follow them. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Gail
All right.
asks, for cleaning out the pens, do you use a special cleaner, soapy
Nope.
water, or plain water?
Plain warm water. I get the ink out and I literally just twist it into the sink to get the ink out, and then I cap this one.
Ellen says, and she actually said, Donna had the Twisby nib in crooked, which is probably why it was leaky for her. But I think I fixed it. And she put a little halo on her smiley face.
It doesn't surprise me because Ellen has more patience than I do. But I took that nib out and put that nib back in 72 times, Ellen. Ahem. And I couldn't make it work. So I am thrilled that it works for you. And please never, ever, ever show it to me again. I hated that pen. I'm like, oh my
Artsy
God.
Plays, I will definitely go take a look. And thanks for stopping in.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to put this one on. This
Oh,
is
Erica's here.
Hi,
She says,
Erica.
Bethany, just some resting. I will feel better. I don't know. Maybe Erica said something else earlier. I hope you're feeling okay, Erica.
Oh, this isn't. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. See it? Do you see the ink in the
'cause
window?
it's-
All right. Hang tight 1 second. I'm going to try this one to do a little bit of the. There's my drop. See it?
So we don't. Is the window just that dark spot in the middle?
Yeah, that's the ink
That's
window
the
right
only
there.
thing you get to see.
That's
huh?
the ink window.
Is
yeah?
that all the ink it can hold?
No, it goes up into the barrel up here.
But we're not allowed to see that because.
It's just the way the pen's made.
Okay.
Yeah, this one's just made this way. This one has an ink window here. The other one, this one doesn't have an ink window at all.
Okay.
So some of them do and some of them don't. This one just happens to have an ink window and it's
an
way
ink
up top.
window. I think ink window is nice.
Yeah, well, because it's nice to know when you're running low, but trust me, when you write with it all the time, you start to feel when it's running low on ink and you're like, oh yeah, I need to fill it with some ink. So there you go. Okay, so there, now we have filled.
So change the camera back.
Sure, you can change the camera back. Yeah, we can do that.
Oh, I'm so happy for you, Dark Snowfications.
Yeah,
You're going to have fun.
Let's change the
All right,
camera back.
I'll be right back. Don't do
this
anything
is
weird.
Really messy and yucky now. And we'll put all the pens back and then we'll we'll write with them. It'll be okay. And I'm a little nervous about this extra fine pen just because I know I'm going to hate it. I just know I am. It's, you know, just simply for the fact that that is not my idea of a good time. Look at all the different colors of ink. Can you see my fingers have all the ink on them? That's my favorite, when I change the inks and I get ink all over myself. It's like when you come upstairs and you have paint all over yourself. I love that. Okay, here, don't hurt yourself with the thing here. I don't know how to do this lamp. It's really strange. I'm blind! Okay, perfect. There we go.
Now I have to lower it though.
Okay. Hang on, guys, 1 second. We're just gonna lower this. And I know there's a lot of camera movement today, but at least this way you guys get to actually see the inks. You get to see the inks being filled. I have split point pens from my great-great-grandparents. I use a lot. They aren't fountain pens and can't be filled. You just dip them. Yeah, the dip pens are great as well. I have a couple of dip pens, and those are awesome. I love those. Love your Hobbit hole. I don't know. There you go. Honey, you can't do that. It doesn't work. Just click auto, please, and stop farting around. It's okay. Okay. Okay, let's see. We've only been to a few countries. Our list of where we want to go is way longer. Okay. So let's try writing with these now, and we will throw this one out the window like Scott threw the oil pastels. Okay, so we're just gonna use, I don't even think I'm gonna use the super thin paper. Okay, so this is, I'll do this way. This is gonna be this one. We're gonna use the Jinhao pen. This is the extra fine. Okay, I'm walking in between. Oof. Oh yeah, this is not going to happen ever in the history of ever. Oh God, it's scratchy on the paper. Ugh. No, these lines, like you could seriously take this and stab somebody with this pen.
Finally in focus.
Yeah. Okay, see how skinny the lines are? That is, I mean, it writes fine. It feels good in your hand.
But it looks like essentially like a ballpoint pen.
It's
Is there any line variation?
No, not that I'm. No, not really. Not really. No, you would not be. You wouldn't. I don't think you'd like this, but we'll let you play with it at the end, and you can.
But it's a shark.
Yes, it is a shark. It looks exactly like a shark, and you can get it in a different color if you want. It doesn't have to be clear.
With a shark pen, you can make art.
Okay. All right, this is the Lammy, okay? This is the medium point, all right? So you'll be able to see a little bit. This is a little bit juicier today. This is the Lammy AL, and this is medium. It's just a smidge thicker than this one, line-wise. There is no line weight variation on these. See? But it is a little bit thicker. See? That sepia color has my heart. I love that sepia color. So this one, I like this one. I think this is nice. I like the fact that I don't have to screw the cap on. It makes it a little bit easier. You just uncap it and go. You got the little window. You can see how much ink you have left. And it's a good basic pen, but you'll notice the difference in the line thickness here from the line thickness here. And this one is definitely a scratchier write. It writes a little bit scratchier because the nib is so fine.
Dark Snowfication gave you a nice little gift and says, just superposing to say, I love the Donna lives.
Oh, you're so sweet. Not necessary, but you're very sweet. Thank you. I always wonder if you guys are going to hate it that I'm here. So just the fact that you're saying that you're happy that I'm here is appreciated. But see the difference? Just super thin. So this one I think is a good basic starter pen. I like this one. I know it's $30. Again, I have nothing against this one at all. Me personally, I would prefer this in a little thicker nib, but that's just because I don't like fine point pens. That's it. I just like a good medium pen. Like something like this one. Okay, this is Scott's pen of choice, and this is a fine point. He likes fine points. I don't. So, okay, so let's do, this is the Conklin pen. Let's do this one. This one's gonna be a little bit thicker even. Oh my God, can I just tell you how much I love this blue?
She really loves this pen.
And the blue, the blue ink is just,
Hey Reagan, I did last week. It's under shorts.
Now see the thickness of the line here? You see how thick that is? It's just a different, oh, that makes me so happy. It's so fat. It makes me so happy. This one makes me very, very happy.
Hey, Efari G. I never got into drawing on the right side of the brain. I know a lot of artists, a lot of people liked it, but really, if a book helps you, it helps you. It's just a matter of trying it.
Okay, now we're gonna play with this super duper fat one. And then this is the Bella.
Frankie Roth is, oh, sorry, they're talking to Tracy Who.
And this is...
Yes, I can read the comments, Barter. I'm the one reading the comments today, and Donna's the one
Yep.
in doing the camera stuff.
Okay, so this is the 1.5 millimeter stub. This is the brand new pen that Goldspot had gifted me. And can we just take a moment to look at how juicy this ink is?
Oh yeah, it's very
and how
juicy.
much. Now I will tell you this.
Colleen was asking what the name of the blue ink from Lammy is.
Oh, this is called Cliff. Let me write it down for you so you can. The ink is called Cliff. I did not write that down. It's Lammy.
Sora901 asks, "Ooh, is that the one you use for the quote of the day?"
No, it is not the one I use for the quote of the day.
I don't think they're talking about the ink.
The
pen? Yeah.
Oh, actually, no. This is not the one I use for the quote of the day. The one I use for the quote of the day is a Leonardo pen, but it is the Foresta Umbra pen. It's a green one with the brown tones going through it.
The Foresta Umbra.
Mm-hmm. That's a different one. But can we just take a moment? The fatter pens also, the fatter nibs, use more ink. So when you look at a pen like this and you see how juicy it is and how much ink it's giving off, you use more ink when you use this pen than you do when you use this pen. It just, you go through ink faster. You got to re-ink your pen, and if you write a lot, like I write every day, I would probably re-ink this once every week and a half, depending on how much I mean, if I'm writing pages and pages and pages, then I'm going to re-ink it more often. And boy, do I love that color in that pen. No, I don't typically match my inks to my pens, but I'm gonna now. Wow, that's pretty. So that's the difference. That's what you get. This is the really big, heavy duty, expensive pen. And these are the cheaper pens. And I would not mind this one if, like I said, the only reason I bought the extra fine nib was I'm giving this one to Bethany. I would not mind this pen if it had a thicker nib, even like a medium point or something a little bit fatter. I just love the fatter nibs when they write like this. That's my personal preference. But I think you should come over here and try to write with these.
Sora asks, how long does it take for the ink to dry?
Maybe a couple seconds. It's really not that. You can watch it dry while you're writing with it. You can watch it dry.
All right,
okay, so I'm going to move this over. I'm going to let you are not going to like that one at all, but you're more than welcome to try it, and you're not going to like that one either. But,
oh my God, she removes the expensive ones. Yeah, you don't want these. Yeah, just
at all.
Here,
Just
use the cheaper ones.
And what do you do when it comes to art supplies? Here, honey, have these cheap pencils over here. don't touch my expensive ones.
All right, so let's
Hey Scott, can you draw a shark with the shark pen for Shark Week?
Shh.
You can't rotate that nib. That it won't work. You have to hold it.
Hold it which way?
The other upside. Nope.
Oops.
Turn it. There you go.
That's why I was holding it.
Inked.
It's not working.
You.
Okay, I'll just keep rotating it 45 degrees until something comes out.
That's not. How are you not able to write with that? What's wrong with you?
You see the lines. You see how I'm pushing down. There's nothing.
You hold it here. There's see the two little flat.
I will hold
Hold
right here exactly like you did.
Yeah. No. Oh, you
It's
don't even
the
hold your pens the same way. There you go. Now you found it.
You had to start it.
Don't rotate the pen. You can't rotate the pen. That's going to be your problem. Okay. Please do a video. You know what? Scott has a video on everything I know about watercolors. Bethany's laughing. How? How does he not know how to use the pen? I know.
I'm just
It's
drawing
funny.
the bottle for now just to see.
What's happening? We are talking about pens today. Okay, so no, the pens are not from Amazon. The one that Scott's using right now, I got on Goulet Pens. And the Bella, the big one, is from Gold Spot Pens. And the other two, let's see, the Lamy, actually, I bought at Plaza Art at our art store because I saw it there. The purple ink is very pretty. Yeah, the purple ink is very pretty. Ironically, purple is Bethany's favorite color, so that is why I inked that one with the purple. I have a friend in Florida that hand makes fountain pens. Oh, wow. Scott, why won't you let me use your expensive pens? Immediately breaks the cheap one. And now you know why. Oh, you know what? You need to, like, not. Tesla, let's make this memorable. Like, do 50-50. 50% of drawing by Scott and 50% by Donna. I don't think you... Donna can write a description, but you don't want to see me try to... Do you dump your ink when you want a change or get a new pen? So there's two thoughts on this. The thought one is that you can take your ink and you can put it back into the bottle. Thought number two is you should dump your ink. That's what I've seen. Fiber and Brimstone might have a different opinion on that. But I've seen people who've said if you put your ink back in the bottle, you could contaminate the ink that's in there. So I don't. I dump my pens into the sink, and then I just re-ink them with a different... I clean them out, and then I re-ink them with a different color. So there you go. There's a video on... Oh, Gail, my favorite thing to do is walk around with the ink on my fingers. I'll walk around with ink on my fingers it'll come off in like a day or two. But
I think the hardest thing for me is not rotating my hands.
Yes, I knew it was going to be that. You can't, or the ink won't come out. So, yeah. Does it feel good or does it feel bad?
It feels fine.
Yeah.
You know, it's just weird.
Oh, Luminivia says, a while ago I asked you a question on a live. It was about how to do lighting. I followed your advice and I've gotten better at it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Valkyrie, there is a video on, what's the video on art burnout, honey?
Art block. How do an artist deal
There
with that?
you go.
But I would look at the videos. That was a short, but I would look at videos and see, because there's a lot of videos where I just talk about
That's a screw cap.
inspiration and everything else. That was actually not bad. I can get some different values. All right, let's draw. And I have to keep it this way, right?
See. Yep, you got to keep that one straight. That's the sepia color. I love that color. Okay, so you clean out the pens. You saw how you saw me fill it. You basically do the same thing. You turn the piston the other way and all the ink comes out the bottom. And then what you do is you suck up water or cleaner into the pen, and you just basically twist that out. You fill it with clean water and dump it, and fill it and dump it until the water comes out clear. That's how you clean the pens. It's really easy. I don't leave my pens with ink in them unless I'm going to use them, which I pretty much do every day anyway. So if I have a pen and I feel like, oh, you know what, I'm not going to use it, or I'm going out of town or whatever, I will take the ink out of it so it doesn't sit there with ink for a week. What is a good journal reasonably priced? Can I use for dip pens? My paper always bleeds. Gosh, I'll be really honest with you. I bought a couple of notebooks from the dollar store that held fountain pen ink. I think if for a really reasonable price, I think you just need to try it and see what kind of paper. I use the Archer and Olive paper. You do not have to use that kind of paper. You don't have to use like a super expensive notebook, but you should try the paper.
Yeah, I think the thicker one's a little bit.
A little much for you?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
And that's just a medium point. You guys want a good laugh? We can give him the big, super expensive pen.
I'm drawing the piece of paper, something a little bit more organic. Mm-hmm. And
I'm in the middle of Jane Austen July, and I am reading those. I did just finish the 7th book in the Countess of Harley series, and that was really good. Can we draw with a normal fountain pen as a beginner? I don't know, babe. What do you think?
I think you can draw with anything that makes you happy. There are some amazing artists who draw with fountain pens. Kim Diaz-Home draws with a brush. It's really just what makes you happy. I'm just not that good at it. Right, I'm going to try the Bella really thick. This doesn't twist, huh? You just click
No,
it.
that's a push cap.
Okay.
Yeah,
So which one's the Bella?
the pink one.
The pink
Don't
one?
break it. It's a screw cap.
Oh.
I swear to God, if you break that pen, I'm going to kill you. Flat.
Flat.
That one's the flat. Don't rotate it. Okay. And don't push too hard either. I'm not kidding you. That's a $230 pen. You break it, you buy it, dude. It's so pretty. Look how pretty. Oh, I love it so much. See that line? Look at that. Oh, it's just pretty. Let's see. Okay, so are these no? These pens are not on this on our website. Well, no, that's not true. I put there's a link for the Bella on there, but if you go to Goldspot Pens or you go to Goulet Pens, those are two fountain pen heavy companies, and you can also go on YouTube and just like search for fountain pens. And you will find tons of people who talk about pens and talk about cleaning pens and all sorts of different things.
Pen nerds.
Yeah, we're pen nerds. Okay, so let's talk about the posters for a second, because I know we're starting to get emails from you guys about when are the posters going to ship. We have over 2,000 orders. We have gotten through well over 700 or 800 orders. We have another 1,300 to go. And we are only through July 1st, or actually not even all the way through July 1st. So Bethany and I are shipping together every single day. We are shipping for hours on end, and we are taking hundreds of posters to the post office every day, but it's going to take us a few days. So we're working as fast as we possibly can. But just know we are going in order of the orders received, and we are still working at the tail end of July 1st. So if you ordered after July 1st, we'll get to you. I promise. It's just going to take us some time.
Yeah.
I agree. The Scribbles That Matter notebooks are very good. Yeah, for sure. What do you think?
I don't like it. You gotta only hold it at one specific angle.
You so much. You're so funny. Oh,
It'll only work if it's held just this way. You gotta put your fingers right here, and it's only gotta be at this one particular angle.
It's beautiful. Look at your beautiful art in my lovely look. I get to have it in my little practice notebook. Isn't that exciting? It's so exciting. All right, so I'm gonna try just for giggles. I got this practice book out again. This is the onion skin, and I want to try this extra fine in the onion skin let's talk about it. Because let's talk about how obsessed I am with it. Can I just? You know what? I want you to draw something. Before I do that, take your zebra brush pen and come over here and draw something with your zebra brush pen so we can see the difference. Because I think that's funny. Just sketch something with your zebra brush pen. Because it's cracking me up now. Show them the difference.
I'll show you the difference with just a ballpoint pen.
Go.
So, I mean, I could
Ooh, he's being sassy. I'll show you with the ballpoint pen. Yes, we ship to South Africa.
Okay.
Yes, we do. Oh, the manatee is known as the water cow. I've tried using fountain pens for calligraphy, but I'm pretty bad. You know what? When I started, I was really bad too, but I loved it. Don't let the fact that you think it doesn't look nice take away from the fact that you're enjoying it. Because I was really intimidated at first. So if you read the rules and you scroll all the way to the bottom, you will see exactly how to get a roll. And no, we don't give rolls during the lives because the poor mods who are here helping us are not able to do that and this, and we don't ask them to because we're not paying them. So you'll get a roll, go to the bottom, scroll all the way down. Mama says, do what you're supposed to do, and you'll get in. So there you go. Have you ever done a video on autistic artists? If not, could you please?
I generally don't know too many of them, but I could look into it.
I think that's a different kind of a video too, and I'd be I don't think we want to do that with other people and put them in a video without getting their permission. I have a dip pen and it's an absolute problem child. It constantly squirts ink all over. Dip pens can be temperamental. Maybe you need to try try it a little differently or give it some more time. Scott, what's your favorite pen so far out of the ones you tried?
The ballpoint pen. I can get so much more range, so many more values. Look at this. I can just...
And if you guys go back through the chat, Steph Nerd has linked all of the pens in the chat for you guys. Oh, Nameless, don't feel bad for us. I get to spend every day for hours on end joking and laughing with my bestie while we drink tea and ship posters. It's not a big deal, really. I promise, not a big deal. I will not say that it's not a lot of work, but it's a labor of love, and we love doing it. So, well, Bethany loves doing it. I do it because she makes me. Best paper brand for ink sketches, babe.
I don't know. I don't really do just ink, but I think anything will work. Usually Strathmore has good paper for that. Mm-hmm. Where's my good?
Yes, that is a tiny version of Esmeralda.
Yeah, if I was to do...
Bethy says, I do not know how Kim draws with a brush like he does. Even watching him do it, it doesn't make sense in my brain.
Yeah.
I know, it's crazy, right?
Yeah, see, with just this pen, the zebra pen.
You're almost off the screen. Push it to the left.
Yeah, I don't really... The zebra brush pen is mostly for outlining. Mm-hmm. So it is usually...
If only your doodles were this cute. The bottle that looks like the reddish one that Scott drew, point to the one that you used the Bella pen for.
This one?
No, honey. Point on the paper, that one that you drew. Go left. That one is the Writer's Blood ink.
All right, here, you go.
Okay, sorry. This one here is the Writer's Blood ink. And this one you can find on either Goulet pens or Gold Spot pens. Everybody has this ink. But it's just a great color. And I know this is going to sound gross, but I feel like I'm bleeding my words onto the page when I write. And it's very satisfying to see that color show up on the page. I don't know. I can't explain it aside from it makes me happy. Now, that being said, we're going to move this over here. We're going to move that out of the way there. That being said, this Lamy ink is just...
Artisan Dre likes my fountain pen sketch better.
See?
Good Doggo asks, does Writer's Blood work for dip pens?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Ta-da! Look, I happen to have a glass dip pen with me today. Let's play ball, shall we? Shall we play ball? Dip that bad boy in there, right? Whoops! And that's why Donna is not... That's why Donna's no good with dip pens. They are difficult for me. I struggle with them, but I do like to be able to try the different colors with them. Look at that big chunk of ink that went crazy.
Gail says, okay, Donna, draw a red panda. Go.
Oh, okay. Here, we'll turn this into a red panda. Where's the tail? We need a big floofy tail. And we need a leg over there. And a leg over there. We'll put some floof. And then there's a big floofy tail. Okay, it's the...
I don't understand glass pens.
Outline of...
Mary Lisa asks, does glass pens work well? I say no, but...
I like them for trying inks out. I that's my personal opinion. I would not write with them. I don't enjoy writing with them. As you can tell, I kind of splooched a little bit here, and that's a technical term. I don't enjoy writing with them. But I do enjoy being able to see what colors the inks are. Like, let's just play ball because this is fun. I know Steph's going to have a heart attack if I don't cap that. Okay, this is the sepia ink I brought back from Venice with the pen that I brought back from Venice, okay? See? You just have to...
It's so boring.
Oh, God, no, it's not. Sepia is a lovely color. Are you kidding me?
No, the line...
Oh, the lines are just flat. Of
Yeah.
course they are. They're just so flat. Because you're not getting any... You like line variation. That's important to you.
Stefano says, thank you for closing the ink.
You're welcome, honey. Believe me, I feel your pain. I love that. I love being able to just like, look, I can open up the purple ink now and we can try the purple ink. See, look, and this is a really beautiful color. I'm just going to say that. See, we can try the purple color. See how easy it is? The point of the glass dip pen would be, in my opinion, I don't have to ink and re-ink the pens because that takes time. So if I want to just play really quickly or do something really quickly, I can, and let's open this one. We can open up the Lamy. See, here's the blue ink. But look, I am dipping the pen in and I'm writing. And I didn't have to go through the whole thing of putting the ink into the pen and then cleaning it out and changing the color. That's the point of a glass dip pen, okay? And sometimes I just won't change the ink color for a really long period of time. Can you go upstairs really quickly and can you grab me that other pen that's on my desk, the Foresta Umbra one? It's in a case. It's the green one. Looks like this, green one. It's the only pen left on my desk. I'll show you that ink is a different color ink. That one's called Noodler's Nightshade, which is a brown. It's close to the Writer's Blood ink, but it's a brown. And let me also tell you this. This is an 80 milliliter bottle, okay? I had a 30 milliliter bottle. I had a bottle about this size. No, this is 10 milliliters. Okay. So I had a bottle about this size of Writer's Blood, of the ink, right? This size of a bottle, it took me 2 years to go through this bottle. And I'm talking filling it, thank you. I'm talking filling it every single day from here into this pen and writing with it every single day. It took me 2 years to use a bottle like this. So how many of these are you going through in 2 years, as opposed to using one pen and this little bottle of ink? And you can save the bottles. You can reuse it for something else. You can take them for travel. You can refill them. So when I ran out of the ink, I bought the larger one, but I kept the small bottle. So if I want, I can refill the small bottle and take it with me, and I can refill it with any ink that I want. All I have to do is, all I would do is just put a little label on it. That's what I would do. All right, so this one is the Leonardo. This was the original Leonardo that I got. This is the Foresta Umbra. This isn't available anymore. And this is the Bella. It's the same thickness in
the one on
the
the
barrel.
right is a thicker.
What do you mean?
The one on the right looks a little thicker.
Look, you think this looks thicker? They feel the same. They feel identical. And they're both made out of resin. This ink color, this is the Noodlers, and you'll see the difference. It's got a little bit of red in it, not as much brown as the sepia. It's got a little smidge of red in it, but it's not as red as the Writer's Blood. So this one is Noodler's Nightshade. And this is the one I use for the quote videos, because I know somebody asked about that. So that's the one I use. Whoops. And Donna's running out of ink in this one, and I need to.
Good Doggo's asking if there's a blue version of the Leonardo pen.
There are blue versions of the Leonardo pen, yes. This one I need to, Donna needs to fill this one up. Actually, I have ink in that one. What the heck, man?
I have never tried PBO watercolors. Sombrero.
There's a lot of stuff you haven't tried. Okay, so let's move, because that's really still very wet. Let's move that over here. And let's try the onion skin paper. I'm obsessed with this paper, in case you guys haven't noticed.
Dark Snowfication says, I forgot to mention, I'm teaching my first watercolor class at an art and music festival. It's free and it's supposed to be groovy. Congratulations.
That's fantastic.
And Santa Claus is here and says, hello, my fountain pen my fountain pen fan friend. Best wishes, everyone. Hey, Santa.
Hey, Santa. How are you? This is this one, but with a different ink. This is the Memento, but this is the Writer's Blood ink.
Russell asks, hi, if you could redo any painting you made, which painting would you redo? I don't think I would. Mm-mm. I like to just let those paintings be.
Yeah. There's the Writer's Blood ink. That's what it looks like in the fat pen. And then let's play with, where'd that one go? Where's the shark? What'd you do with the shark? Oh, here it is. I'm like, what did he do with the shark? Let's try the shark over here.
Hey, username. Yes, I did try to draw with these pens. If you go back about 10, 15 minutes, I was trying them out.
And this is the Chinhao shark. Yeah. Here's the sketches that Scott did with these. He didn't like them very much.
I didn't like them.
Oh, gosh. Oh, I can't wait until
this is the good mic, Santa.
I can't wait till this pen exits my house. Oh my God, it's horrid. I can't stand the extra fine pen. Oh, it's driving me crazy. This is the Lamy. This is the sepia ink with the Lamy. God, look at that brown.
Tejas Shah asks, what pen do you recommend for very sweaty hands?
I think this one would be good. I think the Lamy would be good. This is an aluminum base. And
I wonder if there might be some with like a rubber grip.
I don't think it's a rubber grip. I think there's a grip that, and you know what? I bet Ashley would have something for that, something that would make it not slippery for your hands. Ashley Braven, she's got a lot of accommodation type of things on her site for people with disabilities, but a lot of those you can use for other things. I think anytime you have a grip on a pen, it's going to be slick. Like this is a slick plastic.
Yeah.
If you could put something over it, because even like this is going to be slick, but it's got grooves in it. This has the grooves in it to put your fingers in, but you still might have a problem with that. But if there was a cover you could put over it, I think you're going to be the same thing. There's no grooves here at all whatsoever to hold on to. There's no like little indentations for your fingers to hold on to. So I think what you would want to look for personally
Can you show
is I'd look
the
for.
thing with the prices?
Oh yeah, here you go.
Diego Ramon asks, they're on a budget and they want a fountain pen. What do I recommend? What do you recommend?
You know, if you want to start, I'd either recommend the Lamy or I'd recommend the Jinhao. This is actually not bad. I would use this if it was a fatter nib.
Yeah, and
If
if
it
you
made
go
a
back,
wider
if
line.
you rewatch the video, you'll
Yeah.
see Donna filling them up with ink.
Yeah, like if you here, let me show you. I'll put this down here. Here's what the different lines look like. The extra fine one makes these kind of lines here. For a basic, good all-around kind of pen, I like the Lamy. I didn't think I'd like it as much as I do. I'm just being really honest. I thought I'd like the Twisbees, which we all know that was a really bad idea for me. But I like this one. And I really like it because if you're just starting out with fountain pens, you've got a place to put, I don't know if you can see the grooves in here, but you've got a place to put your fingers. So you hold on the flat spots, and that's going to help you learn how to write. So you're not going to move.
Arthi Senthil says, I recommend the Hauser Grip. The Hauser Grip It pen. It's really good for sweaty hands.
Hey, thanks, Dorothy. That's great.
No, Arthi.
Oh, Arthi, thank you for that. That's wonderful. See, I love it when people share because we can possibly know everything. I think that's fantastic. Having some tea.
Santa says, I'm a big fan of Viscotti and Stipula. I have a collection of fountain pens.
Yeah, Santa's. I looked at some of the Visconti pens, and they're very pretty. They're very pretty. One of these days, I'll have to travel to the North Pole and go see the reindeer and Santa's fountain pens. But yeah, I would recommend this one. I think this is a good one. I think for the price point, you're getting a little bit more than you would for something that's the plastic pen to try it. And I think
Russell Rogers gives you a very nice gift.
you guys, totally not necessary, but thank you. Very sweet. Now keep in mind, Scott bought me this one. This was an anniversary present a couple years ago. Okay. This was gifted to me. And so I've bought like the majority of the inks I have and the other things I have acquired myself. I have acquired numerous things over the years, but if I'm starting out, I'm most likely probably going to use this one. And depending on whether I like a fat line or a skinny line, this goes up, I believe, to a bold point. I'm not sure if this has a 1.1 millimeter. I don't know if it has the thickness with it, but yeah. And it also depends on, what you like. Do you like a thin line? Then go with an extra fine or a fine. So the grading for the pens, you've got EF is extra fine.
Lysias 10 Salmon asks, are the inks waterproof?
No, they are not. Unless you specifically say on the bottle, it'll say waterproof. These are not waterproof at all on any stretch of the imagination. I have spilt tea on them, and I can tell you honestly, they are not waterproof. There is waterproof ink, and there is a black waterproof ink, and you have to look for it specifically, and you have to type in specifically waterproof ink. But they do make it, but it is not this. The ones I have here are not. And then you've got medium. This is the medium point, and that's what I'm using here. And then you've got bold. And then you've got the 1.1 millimeter stub.
I don't have a favorite ink color artisan.
1.5.
Mostly because I just, I use black.
Snip. I'm sure there's more out there than this, but these are the nibs that I use. These are the ones I'm most
Malted
aware
Milk
of.
Balls ask, can you change the nibs on these types of pens?
You can change the nibs on the more expensive pens. I'm pretty sure you can change the nib on this one. I don't think you can change the nib on the Shark pen, which I have now lost somewhere along the line. Oh, wait, no, it's under the pen. It's under the book. Hold on, here it is. This one I don't think you can change the nib on. I think because it's a $3 pen, I don't think you can change the nib on this one. All the other ones I know you can. Yeah.
Oh, Donna's handwriting is so much better than mine. So much better.
You're sweet.
I don't like pen nibs. I like the brush tip, my zebra brush pen.
Here's a zebra brush pen. This is Scott.
I don't know anybody who doesn't like pizza.
This is the ballpoint pen that he used, and this is the ballpoint pen, and this over here is the zebra brush pen. Let's do
Alaska's asking what journals you're currently working on.
Okay, so this is an Archer and Olive journal. This is an old one that this is an old one, but this is and I got this on sale because I'm cheap. So this is an Archer and Olive journal. It's an 8x8 square. The one I normally write in is it's 5 inches by 8 inches, and that one is also Archer and Olive, but it's a dot grid. So these are plain pages. Like you can see, these are just plain pages. But the one that I have, that I use to write in every day is a dot grid page. And it kind of looks like, dot grid is like this. It's like little dots on the paper. And the reason I like the dot grid is because it's not as defined as the lines. Lined paper is very off-putting to me for some reason in my old age, and I don't enjoy it, and I don't want to write on it. So if I have the choice, which I'm 54, I've got a choice, I'm going to write on dot grid paper. And just for the record, you can find dot grid paper at the dollar store. I found a journal at the dollar store that was dot grid paper. You can find line paper, you can find dot grid paper, you can find graph paper, you can find a ton of different things at the dollar store. So don't think that, you can't, don't think you need an expensive journal or expensive like onion skin paper or, or anything else to write on. Don't think you need anything expensive. You can start with, the $3 fountain pen and a journal from the dollar store. And for under $5, you're writing. So don't think it can't be done, because I know a lot of times people, get concerned about stuff like that. So, do you have any more questions? Because I'm tapped.
A ton. Any cheap brush nib pen recommendations?
The Tombow Fudenosuke pens are good. I don't really use a lot of brush pens.
No, nibs.
No.
Brush nib
Okay,
pens.
so hold on. So let's have that conversation. So, all right. So this is a pen that I bought for Scott.
Unless you're talking about like the ones that I use, which is the zebra brush pen. Artisan.
Yeah. We have a Lumos pen from, there's a little teeny tiny spider on there, and I'm going to kill him because, sorry, Bethany. This is a Lumos pen from Tom Studio. Okay. And you put the little nibs in here. It comes with all of these nibs, and you can change them out. And there's felt tips, there's chisel tips, there's brush pens, and there's all the different sizes. So there's a 1.0, a 0.8, a 0.5, 0.3, 0.2, 0.1. Okay, you can change them all out, and this is infinitely refillable. Okay. So, comes with ink and everything else, and I'm not an advertisement for this, but I bought this for Scott for Christmas last year. We haven't tried them yet. I have one and he has one. I bought us.
Colleen says, because of Donna, I have ventured into journaling. A good fountain pen for art, Sailor Fude de Manin.
Oh, the sailor pens are supposed to be really nice.
Many artists use this for sketchbooks. It has a bent nib so you can find flat lines. I own it.
Nice. And who posted that?
That was Colleen.
Oh, thanks, Colleen.
Tat asked, do you have any recommendations for fountain pens for left-handed people? I don't think pens work differently for left or right-handed, just like pencils or paintbrushes don't work any differently for left or right-handed people. But
no, they don't. But you might want to look for a quicker drying ink.
Yeah, maybe.
Because you might have more smudging with a fountain pen. And you probably, if you're a lefty, this is going to dry faster. You saw how juicy this was? Like, let's do this. Let's put a line, like, okay. When you draw with a fat nib, you see how much ink is on there? See how wet that is? Okay. That's going to take a couple minutes to dry. When you write with, come on. When you write with, this is going to be almost immediately dry. You're going to want, in my opinion, if I'm lefty and I'm writing and I'm going this way with the pen, I'm going that way, I'm going that way, I'm going that way, it's going to dry faster. Clearly, I'm not a left-handed. It's going to dry faster than if you have something that's chunky and wet. Okay? That's just my 2 cents. Use something a little bit finer because the ink will dry faster.
Okay.
Okay.
Zian asks, hey Donna, how do you prevent your bibs, I'm assuming maybe nibs, from rusting?
I haven't had them long enough to have anything rust. This is the one I've had the longest, and I haven't had a problem with it at all. Like I said, I if I'm gonna not be around, excuse me, and I'm not gonna be using it for a while, I take the ink out and I clean it. And when I clean them, what I do is I'm gonna lay them out. Like I'm gonna rinse them really, really well, and I'm gonna lay them out on a paper towel. These are shop towels from the garage, by the way. So, and I'm just gonna I lay everything out like this. I lay it out, I leave it open, and I let it all dry out. I don't put it back together because, you know, you're capped and everything's sealed. I won't do that. But I don't have a problem with anything rusting. They're built to take wet ink, and they're built for use over multiple years period of time. Like, these are not something that you're going to buy and not have. Like, this is an investment piece. So if you buy a pen, and I would say that with anything, I mean, I would consider the Lamy something that I would have for a really, really long time, because I can, whatever my mood is, I can change out my ink. I can, I can write my grocery list with it, which I have. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I haven't had a problem with rust at all. I mean, they're built to hold something wet. So what else you got for me?
Let's see.
I just love this blue. It's so pretty.
If you can get rid of any pen, what pen would you get rid of?
This one. Actually, it's going to go out the door very, very shortly. I would throw it, except I would break it.
Velocichungus wants to know if we could see the ink watered down with a brush.
Sure.
Where would you water it?
I have water.
Okay.
What do you mean?
I don't
on
know
the paper.
Isn't it gonna soak through on that paper?
Mm-mm. It should be fine. People watercolor in Archer and Olive books all the time.
Okay. Well,
yeah, and I'm not.
Grab one of my brushes if you want.
Okay. Tell me where the oldest brushes are.
Just grab any of them. It's fine.
I don't want to grab. Are these old? Over here?
Yeah, any of those is fine.
Okay. Oh, let's use one of these. This is feathered. Look how unhappy that's going to make Scott. Actually, I don't want to use that one. That's gross. Here. Oof. Boy, these really are bad. Yeah, let's try something else. I will use this one. This one's okay. All right, that'll go into the ink better. So we're going to use a little tiny brush. And you want it watered down, okay? So I am not going to put this in the ink bottle with water on it. What I will do is I will, let's use, I'm not going to use the Cliff. Here, I'll just use Writer's Blood. Why not? Okay, so we're going to dip it in the ink, and then I will, there we go. Okay, we're going to dip it in the ink. Here we go. Oof. I don't know. It's juicy enough as it is. I don't know if I'd water anything down. I don't know. Okay, here we go. So let's add some water to it and see what happens. Okay. Here's a brush with a whole lot of water on it. There you go. I mean, obviously it will move the ink around. I don't know. Can you see that okay? There you go. Is that what you wanted to see? And just for the record, yeah, the paper, it did not soak through the paper. See?
Good.
I told you, Archer and Olive is like some serious paper. I don't screw around with paper. But I will not be putting this back in my ink bottle now because I don't want to adulterate the ink. But yeah. If I was going to do this, I would take one of those little containers that Scott has, and I would transfer the ink into a separate container. I would not put a wet brush back into my ink bottle.
No,
I
you
wouldn't
don't ever do that.
I wouldn't do that because
Yeah.
you're going to dilute the ink that's in here.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't do
You didn't
it.
do that, did you?
Oh God, no.
Okay, good.
No. I dipped the brush in when it was dry. I got the ink, I put it on the paper, and then I dipped it into the
All right.
into the
Jane
water.
Dream Garden asks, Donna, what would you say is a good start journaling pen that isn't too expensive? The Lamy? Or the what's the one that you have? Is it the Lamy?
I like the Lamy. I would go with the Lamy. It's.
Show the prices.
Can you see them?
Yeah.
The Lamy's $30. I would start with the Lamy, and then just get the nib that you like. Do you like something that writes like extra fine? Where's the? Here we go.
Hey Marley, yes, red pandas are still Donna's favorite.
Oh, good gravy, yes. Love me some red pandas. This is a medium. You know, again, you know what you like to write with, and so you can practice.
Good Doggo asks, do you have a suggestion for iridescent inks that don't come out chalky?
There's a lot of iridescent inks that don't come out chalky. I would not put them in a really expensive pen like this because the fibers that are in the ink could clog the pen. None of the inks I've tried today have any shimmer or shine or anything in them. If I was going to ink up something, I would get something like this one.
A cheap one.
Or a Lamy that I would ink up with something. I've used this with a really iridescent, a really, really shimmery, it's called Cocoa Shimmer is the ink. And let me tell you, when no, you'll never find it. It's fine.
Lysius, yes, I have tried the brush shaper. It didn't work.
I just wouldn't put it in an expensive. There's no way this will ever be inked with anything with shimmer in it. I won't do it. It's too expensive. I won't even try it. I don't want to clog the feed. And when I say clog the feed, I mean these little tines back here. What I don't want to do is I don't want to have any shimmery inks get stuck in here because it will ruin it. And so I don't want to do that. So you will not find those. You will not find this pen with a shimmery.
Georgina asks, how do you like your paper texture? Smooth or more textured?
No, I like it smooth. And the reason is the pens don't flow well. I have a notebook that I was using, and it was craft paper. And I realized when I first started writing, I would write with this pen on craft paper. And I was like, oh, this is great. And as I've been writing more and more and more, I don't like craft paper because it snags the nib of the pen. If you tried to use something that was this thin on craft paper, you would ruin it, and even at like $3, because craft paper is very scratchy. It's almost like the really scratchy cold press paper that you have. That's craft paper.
Right.
It's really scratchy.
Joyveal is asking, what is the smoothest pen ink combo that you've ever written with? And I'm talking butter smooth.
This one with the Lamy ink. This one. It writes like butter. Every day of my life. Hands down. I put the Cliff, the Lamy, the blue one in here, and I could just write for 100 years. It's so smooth. I mean, it's a $200 pen. So the craftsmanship that you're going to get on a nib like this it's insane. I mean, anything you put in this is going to be like, I mean, just look at this. It's like butter. Just like butter. It's amazing. But the best combo the smoothest combo was this ink with this pen. And that's what stood out in my mind, was how easy it was to write with this ink. And I don't know if that's what's been selling me on the ink. I don't know. But this pen with the Cliff ink, chef's kiss, like hands down.
Nayara asks, Donna, do you like to customize your journal covers, or do you just leave it as is?
I don't customize the covers of the journal, but I customize the inside of the journal. Let me see if there's anything crazy in here. Okay, so this one had a place where you could put, like, different little things. Something I doodle all the time. Here's a little doodle. Someone who inspires me. That's my sweetie. Some colors I like, and these were different colors from pens and stuff. I customize the inside. Like I will customize the inside of the cover. When I'm writing, I have a special quote that I paste onto the inside of the covers. But for the outsides, I just leave them the way that they are.
Well, those are the Archer and Olives, right? They come.
Yeah,
they come with nice.
They come with a
covers.
nice cover on the front of them. But even so, even something like this, which just has their logo on it, I wouldn't do the cover. But what I would do is I would do like a quote or something on the inside here, or a quote or a sticker or whatever I was feeling at the time that made me happy is what I would put in here. But I don't do anything like on the outside covers. That's just not my thing. Yeah. So.
Happy birthday, 3 zeros.
Yeah.
All right, I think it's about time.
I think we're good. Yeah,
We
that
are
was
good.
that was a really long How Does Donna Ink Up Pens kind of live. And I hope you guys got a little bit out of that, and I hope I didn't bore you
You
to
did
tears.
such a good job. I'm very proud of you.
Oh, thanks. Now I got to leave this open so that this ink can dry. It's a big splooch. But okay, so since you guys have been asking, these are the prices. This is how they write. You can write with anything. Please don't think any of this is out of reach for you, because $3.95. You can get this. You can go to the dollar store. You can buy a dollar journal. It will write just fine. There is no reason why you can't start writing or drawing or whatever it is you want to do. And even if you want to practice drawing with a fountain pen, you can draw. Look, I mean, you'll be better than Scott because he didn't like the pen, but that's not the point. You know, I mean, it's just easy peasy.
Yeah.
So I don't want anybody to think it's out of reach. I don't want you to think it's hard to fill a pen. You watch me fill a pen. It's not hard. Turn the little thingy, crank the ink in. It's not hard. And the hardest part is being afraid to try. That's the hardest part, in my opinion. Anyway, thanks for being here with us today. I appreciate you all.
We appreciate you all
Yeah.
very much. Thank you all, and we'll see you on Friday.
And I will not be back Friday. Scott will be here Friday, so you can have it's all Scott, all Friday.
You'll still be here.
Well, I'll be on the other
You
side.
just get the good microphone.
Yeah.
All
All right,
right,
everybody.
bye,
Thanks so
everybody.
much for being here. Bye.